Good evening, my friends. It's good to be with you. I was thinking on the way here tonight about a question, a very important question. And it's a question that I want to pose to you right now, at the very beginning of our time together. The question is this: when you look in the mirror, first thing in the morning, before the world has a chance to weigh in, before the coffee kicks in, before the phone starts ringing, when you look into those eyes staring back at you, what do you see? Do you see a friend? Do you see an ally? Do you see someone you can count on? Or is there a flicker of doubt, a little voice that whispers, "I'm not sure if I have it today"? Now, this is not a small, trivial matter. This is the bedrock. This is the foundation of the entire house. And if the foundation is cracked, it doesn't matter how beautiful the wallpaper is. It doesn't matter how nice the furniture is. Eventually, the structure groans. Eventually, it settles. Eventually, it falls. The foundation of a magnificent life is not talent. I've seen talented people living miserable lives. It's not luck. Luck is a terrible thing to rely on. It's fickle. It comes and goes like the wind. The foundation, the one non-negotiable attribute, the fuel for the engine of success is self-esteem. But I want to be very, very careful here. I'm not talking about the kind of self-esteem that you get from a participation trophy. I'm not talking about the hollow feeling you get from looking in the mirror and reciting affirmations that you don't yet believe. That's not self-esteem. That's self-deception. And deep down, you know the difference. You can't fool the person in the mirror. He knows. She knows. True self-esteem, real, unshakable, granite hard self-esteem is something far more powerful. It is, quite simply, self-confidence derived from evidence. Think about that word, evidence. It's a courtroom word. It's an accounting word. It's a science word. It's the proof. It's the facts. It's the ledger. So, let's talk about the equation. Let's talk about how you generate this priceless asset. It starts with a simple truth. You cannot harvest what you have not planted. You cannot withdraw what you have not deposited. If you walk up to a bank teller and try to withdraw $1,000, but your bank book shows a balance of zero, what's going to happen? The teller's going to look at you and say, "I'm sorry, sir, the funds aren't there." And there's no amount of positive thinking that's going to make that money appear. There's no amount of wishful thinking that's going to make the bank's computer say, "You know what? He's a really nice guy. Give him the money." It doesn't work that way. And it works exactly the same way with your spirit. When you face a difficult challenge, when a critic sneers and says, "You can't do that," when fear grabs you by the throat and tries to choke the life out of your ambition, you go to the bank of your soul and you try to make a withdrawal of courage. You try to withdraw confidence. And if your account is empty, you've got nothing. You fold, you crumble, you walk away. But if your account is full, you look that challenge, that fear, that critic straight in the eye and you smile. Not a smug smile, a quiet smile. A knowing smile. Because you have the evidence. You have the receipts. Where does that evidence come from? It comes from the tiny, invisible, unglamorous moments that no one sees. It comes from the promises you make to yourself and keep. It's the 5 a.m. alarm clock. It goes off. It's cold. It's dark. The blankets are warm. And a little voice says, "Just 10 more minutes. Just today. You deserve it." And for most people, that's the end of the story. The vote is taken, the decision is made, and they lose. But for the person building self-esteem, they throw the blankets off. They plant their feet on the cold floor. And as they do it, a little deposit is made into the bank, a little piece of evidence is filed away. The evidence says, I am a person who does what I say I'm going to do. It's reading the book for 30 minutes instead of watching the show. Deposit. It's making the sales call you're dreading instead of shuffling papers to avoid it. Deposit. It's choosing the apple instead of the pie. Deposit. It's telling the truth when a lie would be easier. Deposit. These are the pennies, the nickels, the dimes of character. And over time, they compound, just like interest. A little bit every single day. You are building a fortress, brick by brick, with the mortar of discipline. And this is the great secret. The person you need to be most proud of you is you. The applause of the crowd is nice, but it's fleeting. It's here today and gone tomorrow. But the quiet nod you give yourself in the mirror, based on a mountain of evidence that lasts forever, that's the foundation that cannot be shaken. Now, when you have that foundation, when that self-esteem is real and earned, it transforms you. It changes your very nature. It becomes what I call the conquering nature. Fear is a strange thing. Fear is not real. It has no substance. You can't touch it. You can't hold it. It exists only in our minds. But its power over us is absolute until we have evidence. Let me give you an example. Imagine a young man who has never learned to swim. He stands at the edge of a beautiful, calm pool. The water is perfect, but he is terrified. His heart is pounding. His palms are sweating. The fear is real to him. It's a giant, menacing monster. Now, imagine the same young man after a summer of swimming lessons. He's been in the water every day. He's learned to float. He's learned to breathe. He's learned to move his arms and legs. He stands at the edge of the same pool, and the fear is gone. Not because the pool changed. The pool is exactly the same. The water is exactly the same. What changed? He changed. He has evidence. He has the receipts. He has a bank account full of successful experiences in the water. The monster of fear, which looked so huge before, now looks like a puddle because he is bigger. His self-esteem, built on evidence, has made him bigger than the thing that used to frighten him. That is the conquering nature. It's not arrogance. Arrogance is bluffing. It's pretending you have money in the bank when you don't, and sooner or later, the check bounces. The conquering nature is quiet. It's a deep inner knowledge. It says, I have been tested in the small things. I have passed the small tests. Therefore, I am ready for the large tests. It silences the critics, not by arguing with them. You can never win an argument with a critic. They have all the ammunition. They can talk all day. No, your self-esteem silences them the way the sunrise silences the darkness. It just does. Your light, the light of your proven capability, makes their words irrelevant. It conquers inertia. Inertia is the great law of the universe. A body at rest tends to stay at rest. A body in motion tends to stay in motion. Most people are stuck in the at-rest phase. They want to move, they dream of moving, but they can't get started. Why? Because starting requires a withdrawal of confidence, and they don't have it. But the person who's been making deposits, for them, starting is easy. They have the evidence. They know, if I just take the first step, I can handle the second. They are in motion. And once you're in motion, the world conspires to help you. This is how you manifest success in your life. It's not magic. It's mechanics. It's agriculture. It's accounting. You sow the seeds of discipline. You reap the harvest of self-esteem. And that harvest becomes the seed corn for even greater endeavors next season. It is an endless upward cycle. So, I ask you again, when you look in the mirror, what do you see? If you see doubt, don't despair. Despair is a waste of time. Just get to work. Start small. Find one tiny promise you can make to yourself today and keep it. Just one. Make your bed in the morning, just that. And as you do it, say to yourself, deposit, and feel the power of it. Feel the evidence start to accumulate. Because I promise you this, the life you want, the success you dream of, the person you long to become, it's all on the other side of that mirror. And the only way to get there is to build a bridge of evidence, one day at a time, one kept promise at a time, until the person looking back at you is not just a reflection, but an ally, a warrior, a force to be reckoned with. Make those deposits, build that foundation, and watch what happens to your world. My friends, we've covered some serious ground tonight. We've talked about the foundation, we've talked about the evidence, we've talked about the quiet power of becoming someone you can truly count on. And I genuinely hope that something I've said here tonight has stirred something in you. I hope it's made you think. I hope it's made you reflect on your own bank account of character. Because here's the thing, this is not a one-time conversation. This is not a pill you take and you're cured. This is a daily discipline. This is a lifelong pursuit. And the world, well, the world is not going to help you with it. The world is going to try to talk you out of it. The world is going to throw distractions, temptations, and easy excuses at you every single day. So you need a steady stream of reminders. You need voices that call you back to the higher ground. You need tools and teachings that reinforce the philosophy of discipline, of self-reliance, of building that unshakable foundation. That's why I want to ask you something simple. If what you've heard tonight has value to you, if it sparked something, if you want more of this kind of thinking in your daily life, then I invite you to take action right now. Don't let this moment pass. Take your phone out, subscribe to this channel, click that button, and while you're at it, hit that little bell icon so you don't miss a single thing. Save these videos. Watch them again. Share them with a friend who needs to hear them. Build your own library of wisdom. Because let me tell you something. The messages that shape your life are rarely the ones you hear once. They're the ones you hear over and over again from every angle until they sink down from your ears into your heart and from your heart into your hands and your feet. That's when the magic happens. That's when philosophy becomes biography. So subscribe, save, share, and most importantly, apply. The person you're becoming is worth the effort. I promise you that.